Greetings, community. It's Kevin from 1-2 Comic Talk. How are you? Hope everyone's doing well. Happy holidays. Hope everyone knocked out their holiday shopping. Me personally, that close. However, time to unwind for a little bit. So, yeah, more bags, more boards. My lights and fullbacks, which means the reason why I'm doing this is usually because my books are either elevating in price, which means that they go in those, or more signed books, which really is the case of both. I've been getting more signed books, and more of my books have been getting elevated in price. So, time to throw in some more bags and boards. William, how are you, sir? Happy holidays. Hope you're well. And when I mean that, I really mean that. I hope you're well. Really well. I mean, that's actually the main thing. Hope you got your bags, boards, and books today. And it was rather light for me. What did you end up getting? Anything special? Most of mine was on pre-order, and I only ended up picking up Adgrasuko, Star Wars, Ice Cream Man, The Spawn. The Spawn. Spawn with Clown is Santa Clown. Hey, Mike. Hope you're doing well. And it was, like I said, it was rather light. I really didn't end up getting much. I got a phone call from Golden Apple today, and they called me. Mike, I don't know if you end up ordering some stuff from there, but they end up saying, yeah, it's slow with all the Peach Momoko stuff. So as far as her signed books are concerned, still taking a while, and they've yet to get any notification on when they're supposed to arrive. Just to throw that out there to you. And they called me up because I had Monstrous, Witch Hunt 1, 2, and I received 4, and somehow 3 skipped, just like Adgrasuko. I have issue 1, I have issue 3. Somehow 2 skipped. I have a few of those instances, so I've been filling in those gaps. Got my phone call, and I'm ready to go tomorrow to go pick up my Monstrous number 3, which completes that whole little mini-series set, 1 through 4. So stoked. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm just throwing a few boards into a few bags because I had ran out. I need them because I have a few decent books I want to protect nicely, and a couple more signature books. So, and being that Kanto's next week, I have some more signature Kanto books that are coming next week. So I got to get prepared. Big announcement. I'm going to end up unveiling some new boards that are really not, how should I say, common or popular in the community. I don't know why. I'd contact the owner. He had ended up getting a shipment in of these boards. I contact the owner. I said, hey, look, I know you're offering a promotion right now. When I get the boards, and I'll end up doing links on the promoting them correctly. But my point is he's offering a promo right now. And it worked out to where it was around 90 cents a board with shipping. Kirk, how are you? And happy belated birthday, sir. And Kenneth, hey, man. Hey, it's like a party in here. So what I'm talking about is these new boards that I'm going to be getting soon. I see on tracking that they're supposed to be arrived tomorrow. I can't wait to unveil them. I'd contact the owner, as I was making mention. He has running a promo right now where they're 90 cents a board. And I said, hey, look, I'm not looking for 100 boards right now. I'm only looking for 50. I want to try them out. However, I'll give you more than $1 a board for them. He's like, well, yeah. So that was my way of throwing a couple dollars in his pocket, which I don't have, but making sure that we can develop a decent relationship. And with that, it turns out to be what I believe it turns out to be. Like I said, hopefully these boards will show up tomorrow. I made mention to this gentleman that I'll end up doing a show Saturday to display these new boards. Hopefully then we'll be displaying another show on another channel, along with hopefully that Saturday we'll also be doing a Play in the Box show over on Z Collects channel. So there will be a lot going on Saturday, and I hope everyone's healthy. I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone got their shopping done. As far as wrapping, you still got another day. Shit, my dad used to do it up until around 4 or 5 o'clock on Christmas. So, still got time. So again, tell me in the chat, what did you guys get? Experimental, titanium. Not titanium. They're not experimental. I believe the concept's been there. I have not seen anybody really capitalize on it. But once I debut them, once I believe a few people in the community start using them, I think they're going to be all the rage. I think everyone's going to be getting them. The beauty, I will drop all kinds of hints. You know what I mean? So it's up to you. I won't verify if you guess right, but I will tell you if you're wrong. So through a process of deductive reasoning, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. I will tell you this. I'm looking forward to these boards because when you have a wraparound cover, you only really get to enjoy one side. You know what I mean? So the beauty about this thing is you get to enjoy the front and back. That's a board that everyone wants to have. Yeah, I every time I see his advertisement, which he's only had 2 little videos he's put out, which again, I'll drop everything Saturday. I promised him, and I promise you guys. I love throwing teasers out there. When it comes to Christmas, I'm the guy that actually has all the Christmas presents still left at the tree. I don't mind taking my time, and I actually get off from watching people get frustrated with the fact that, come on, just show it. So, yeah, these things are killer for wraparound covers. These things are killer for, how people are showing you edges and stuff. You know what I mean? The cool thing about this is you'll be able to show an edge. And then if you want contrast, you just put a board, you know what I mean, there. So you can actually float your contrast. The concept is really cool. The guy's really cool. I will give you downsides about it right now. One, they're going to be heavy. They're going to weigh, I would imagine, 2 to 3 times heavier than a regular board. 2, they're going to take up room. If you use standard boards and bags inside a standard short box, you can probably cram what? 125 to 150 to 160, depending on how much you want to stuff your board. Stuff your box. And if you go front and then back and you do that, you know what I mean? It's all around packing. My point being even of that is they're going to take up room. I would say, depending on how many you use, if you were to use a whole short box, you're probably only going to get around 75 books inside your short box. So they're going to take up room. Cool. Now, the flip side of all this, they're probably going to be thicker in a full bag, which means they're going to actually take up more room in a bag, which means that you can go bigger, not worry about burn, and actually have a snugger fit on your book. Now, more than likely, it's also have a more even look, because no matter what, any board is not really flat. These will be. I love that. This whole thing about me stuffing these bags and boards right now is, one, prepare for the fact that I know I'm getting some signature series books coming in too. I've been going through a lot of my, during this time, like I have time, a lot of my books, and wow, a lot of these things have gone up in price. So when they move up anything beyond around $20, I usually throw them in my lights. And that's another way to differentiate cost factor between books, as I'm just floating through my boxes. I don't know if I'd call it cheating, but it's just a nice, nice little thing. To everyone that's in the chat, I am such a cheese. You'll have to reset up. I don't think I'll have to reset the boxes up, because if you break down what, let's say, cheap boards and bags will cost you around $15 to do 100, right? My lights can cost you anywhere as cheap as, which few people that I know get them as cheap, around 50 cents, but they will usually normally cost you around 75 cents for a My Light bag and board. these things, if he runs good promos, if I talk to him, you know what I mean, and things like that, you could probably get for just a little above my lights. But I don't know many people that put everything in my lights. As you well know, there are times that you actually have books inside of boards and bags that are actually worth less than the board and bag. I won't do that. I will. That's like I said, one of the ways I differentiate is by putting them in bags that I can see that, well, that's a shit bag, or that's a bag that costs money. That's how I tell what the book's worth. As far as just monetary towards anyone else on the secondary market, I mean, obviously, it's subjective what the value of a book, right? I'm not going there, but you get what I'm getting at. Hey, to everyone that's here hanging out, it's 5 people hanging out with me in the chat. I appreciate you being here. I will be making some announcements about the actual channel itself. As you noticed, I've been on this channel way too much, way too often. Say, Don, how you doing? And what I mean by that is without Kai. He and I have been talking a little bit. The cool thing is he hit me up for some books the other day. That's kind of tell you where he's been at. You know what I mean? Other than the unboxings and all that, he really hasn't been heavily involved in the reading right now. You know, so I'm not going all that. My point being is you will see some changes on the channel, all for the positive. He and I, it will be when you see anything air, there's going to be a higher percentage chance it will be he and I. So I want to go over just so I have everyone's attention. I have more people in the chat now than I've had in a long time. It's been almost a year and a half. I want to thank everybody, and I appreciate all you guys throughout all this time. You guys have supported Kai and I. I mean, throughout this time, it's you guys right here, right now, have been a large part of what it's been enjoyable for Kai and I to be on YouTube. You know, you guys' fact you've been hanging out with us, and the fact that we get to share our experiences, which is what I'm getting at. Kai and I developed 1-2 Comic Talk, which he even named himself, because we want to share our experiences with you, the community. We wanted to help the community out there actually have an augmented way of doing things. One, I wasn't even selling books, but I ended up changing the way auctions were done. Wanted to contribute a different way to have people do readings and stuff like that. So at Thespian Theater was an idea of how things could be, which 2 publishers are actually acknowledged and made contact with us and told us that they've been inspired by what we've done with Thespian Theater, and this is a new way that they're going to end up doing things in the future when you scan books. I can go on, but that's not the point. Is Kai and I have been able to contribute, meet with people, help them promote their stuff, which was a big thing for us. Our thing is we wanted to help the community, wanted to help people that are artists and creators struggling, not struggling. We just wanted to promote a different platform. The fact that he and I got to go to places and so many different places that are around us, that's what we want to share with you guys. That was the whole idea behind 1-2 Comic Talk. We walked away from our first signing event, he and I, getting Canto #1 signed, and that was the birth. It was a lot of it is his initial experience and how much he was digging the fact that, wow, you know, we can tell people about this shit. I'm like, yeah. So I just want to thank you guys. You know, you guys carried us out all this time as far as making this enjoyable and being able to share our experiences with you and being able to allow us to create and grow with you guys. So thanks, man. This has been freaking cool. And that's what I'm getting at is we want to get more back to that. So in doing so, what I'm basically saying now is when you see more videos that will be posted, it will be more of us and less of me, and that's the object. I will be announcing other things that I'll be doing down the road, more teas, and that's all soon to be coming. Right now, I'm also waiting for, which I'll semi-announce right now, Shorty and Z to contact me. We're going to go ahead and start working on some stuff. I presently have well over a dozen different original shows that I want to build. And I don't mean I'm going to build them on this platform or anything. I want to build them on other platforms, other channels. Because of my work schedule and how things are, it would be easier for me to contact individuals and build stuff on their channels. I have all these ideas, I have all these concepts, and I know there's a lot of talented people that have the ability to facilitate these ideas. So that's more than likely the direction in which that I'm going to be going personally. And not only that, I see where there's a lot of channels out there that have, hey, Pocan, how you doing, man? It's great to see you. That have a lot of followers and have a lot of, how should I say, already established subscribers that are looking for other content. I think I can facilitate with some of that stuff. Plus, beyond that, it allows. Right now, I'm restricted, and what I mean by that is Kai and I, we agreed upon a lot of things. We purposely just want to share with you certain experiences. So we purposely said we're not going to talk spec. We're not going to talk. That's that. When I go away and do other stuff, and it'll still be he and I on this channel, I will be talking a lot of spec stuff. I will be talking what I'm buying. I will be doing reviews. I will be doing a whole lot of different stuff, and I'm going to be. I've at this point, I've already turned down well over 20 interviews. Hopefully I'll be entertaining interviews pretty soon. There's a lot of things that I wanted to go through. There's a lot of work I had to do and you know, at work. They wanted to do almost a year's worth of production in 6 months. And I know me personally, they got it out of me. Fuck. I'm fucking tired. And but in that time I was able to take aspects of what I was seeing, what I was doing at the different places that I was working at, and going, wow, I could tie this into this, or I can tie this into that. So that's definitely the direction that I'm going to go. Is I'm going to pull in a lot of my entertainment understanding and a lot of things that I can, and I'm going to go ahead and tie that into a lot of which that people, a lot of things that the people are already doing. Just want to slightly change some of the formatting, and down the road, hopefully, this is a big one. The JB, hopefully he's listening to this. I really want to tie it all in with JB is a big hub. He's one of the few people that really have tried to network everyone, pull in and be a single hub, and then just network out of there. Think of him as, you know, Discovery Bay Network, you know, kind of his own HBO thing. And he can be facilitating everyone else. To me, that's brilliant. It really is. Everyone can sit there and just niche in with their own little what's going on. You know, late night, it's all soap operas. In the morning, it's all game shows. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Hopefully that will be happening soon. I truly believe 2021 for the comic book community, for the comic book industry, for everyone involved, because, man, 2020 was definitely a year of gratitude. And what I mean by that is you can really truly look back at a lot of the years prior and go, wow, that really wasn't that fucked up in comparison to what's going on now, or in comparison to how well you've been able to hold it together or heal or help others or be helped. You know, that says a lot about you, me, the community, everyone. That means a lot. So what I'm getting at is I really truly believe 2021 will allow us to reflect and grow off that. Yeah, that is going to be cool. A lot of us got a lot tighter. A lot of us seen a lot of hurt and pain. And I think many of us got to grow from that and got to see where each other's heads at. Got to experience who we are as more people than just shows and channels. That means a lot. That says a lot. Again, so as people, as individuals, I think we've grown. I know I have. I know I don't look at at a lot of these channels or the people that do these channels the same. I don't. A lot of us have been able to express ourselves in a vulnerable way that most of us usually have difficulty doing. And by doing so, It allowed a lot of us to say, hey, look, I do have issues, or I do have problems, or I do understand where you're coming from, which is fucking cool. This another reason why is when I'm still tying it back in. I do believe that we as a community will be bigger and tighter and better because we know each other more and we understand each other. And by being vulnerable or being able to extend our arms out, and say, hey, I get you, made us stronger, not weaker, which is fucking cool. Again, I know a lot of this is subjective. I know I'm speaking purely from opinion. You can't really argue with someone's opinion per se because it's their point of view, right? But I would challenge most people to say, if you think about what I'm saying, I can't be that far off. I guess that's my way of saying I'm kind of right. And I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to say, I appreciate you, Kirk. Rob Wurst is the best. Hey, Southern, you the man. All you guys. Pocan, Joe, you're the awesome. Again, all you guys, what makes you cool, not necessarily being here, is that you're being there for one another. The fact that you're here is a bonus for me. I appreciate that. But again, all you guys for hanging out, all you guys throughout the, Don hanging out with me and Kai throughout this whole 1.5 year journey of being able to experience our shit with you guys. That's what's been cool. So I don't know if you guys got plans for the holidays, but even if you guys are just hanging out by yourselves, my biggest thing is I'm hoping that you guys are healthy. My thing, as far as being healthy, I'm hoping that you are healthy and happy. Remember, where you're at is where you're at. And I just hope that everyone's at a good place. You know what I mean? Because this was a rough one for everyone this year. And the fact that we got to embrace one another with our comics, with our ideas, with growth of channels, with growth in ourselves. The fact that, I know personally, I heard a lot of people saying the same thing. We all got to cut back on books. I think a lot of us gravitated towards our love more than we ever have, which was comics. And in doing so, that allowed us, again, I know I'm getting all sloppy and mushy, but allow us to get a little bit closer together. I had a lot of fun because of the fact that you guys have been able to do so much in this time, because we all kind of had time that we don't normally have. And it's been interesting to see what everyone's been doing. Think about where you were in the beginning of the year and then break it down quarters. And just think about how this year transpired for yourself and then how you viewed others in that time. And it's for me been interesting. I've been able to go over some of that. I like to do this with my kids and my wife as a recap. Not necessarily as a comparison thing, but as an analogy thing, self. And I know my daughter has grown leaps and bounds, and by doing so has allowed me to see that this year has been really trippy. You know what I mean? For her, she grew a lot of dog years. She got like 7 years into one. What I'm getting out of that is it brought me back, getting right back to the stories, to the idea that one of the things that she was quoting was from one of the comics that she had read from Parallels. And hey, Jason, if you're out there, Douglas, dude, you're just still affecting this family. She was making quotes, and I was making, I was agreeing with what she was saying, and it just was making me think about how all this started with Kai and I getting books, exposing my daughter to them, interviewing even Jason, and then how it was coming full circle because of the circumstances that we're all experiencing right now, and how something that I end up buying for something that was giving me a little bit of, I guess, alleviation for what was transpiring in the real world kind of gave me a little sidetrack and a little, hey, ahoy, Cap, a little escape was something that was given back to me by my daughter to allow me to feel better about the reality that was transpiring again at the time. And I was like, fuck, this is, how cool is that? That one, we get to experience stories, artists, creators, ideas, let alone maybe even get to interview them, and then have that be able to help you in life in itself. I mean, it's surreal, right? I mean, we don't normally get these instances. I don't know. I keep just rambling on, and I am making what I feel to be little points of what I overall, this whole ball of wax is. I'm presenting you guys with a ball of gratitude is what I'm getting at. I want to thank you guys. I want to tell you guys more videos that you'll end up seeing on this channel will be more of Kai and I. Less of me personally. For me to do more personal things, I will be launching my own channel. It's not a way of getting away from this channel. It's a way of paying more respect to this channel, of saying that I want to retain the roots of why this channel came about, which was for Kai and I. So I wanted to thank you guys for spending that time with me, going through that journey of the explanation of why I was doing these bags and boards, teasing you with this Saturday of some bags and boards that it's going to blow your mind, telling you that hopefully soon, maybe even the Saturday, we'll be doing a show with Shorty that hopefully will lead into the show that we do with Playing a Box with Z. I want everyone out there to have a great, happy holidays along, what is that, Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa. However you celebrate, you stay healthy, you stay well. Love to you all. And from us at 1-2